I'm gonna say this. Sister to sister, protect your vagina.
I kinda like you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's your favorite girl Modella again. So I'm gonna say this. Sister to sister, friend to friend, creator to viewer. What again? Stranger to stranger, because some of you have not met me. I mean, if you're seeing me for the first time, hello. I'm gonna put this to you. Protect your vagina. Honor her, take care of her, nurture her. In the process of this video, we're talking about everything vagina, not in a sex therapy way, but in other ways that there could be, okay? For short, I'm gonna be calling it VJ because I don't want to keep saying vagina, vagina. I'm very proud of saying vagina, by the way, but then, you know, just for short, okay? So now, the first thing I'm gonna talk about is self-love. I feel like if you love yourself enough, you'd not just give your vagina to any and everybody, okay? The person has to be worthy, maybe your husband or something, but like, you're just not gonna give your vagina out anyhow. So first thing I would say to you is, please love yourself. Love yourself completely. Love yourself so deep. Love yourself so much that when people are in doubt, you are very sure of yourself, okay? You know yourself, you know how much you love yourself. Pour into yourself, take care of yourself. Some people will be like, oh, I have this amount of money. I cannot spend that much on myself. I know I can't do this for myself. It's until somebody does it for me. Take care of yourself. Because one thing I keep saying is that however you carry yourself, however you pour into yourself, however you take care of yourself, that's what people are going to look at to know how to treat you, how to take care of you, and how to do things for you. That's just the facts, okay? Because, I mean, you should be doing enough for yourself already. You should be doing things that people would, assume that you like. So that's what will make them know that, oh, I think she likes this. I can do that for her. Okay, so take care of yourself. Pour into yourself as much as you can, because at the end of the day, anybody can leave you, anything can happen, but you're going to have yourself. And then let me put this out there. It is not too late, okay? If you're thinking, oh my God, I'm so old already, this is that, it doesn't matter, okay? Because another word I always say is that whenever you wake up is your morning, okay? You're just starting your day. You're just starting everything afresh. So, yeah, if you're just finding out that I want to, like, change my ways or do things differently now, it's not too late. But I'm going to say this. The first thing I'm going to say is you need to take care of yourself, nurture yourself, treat yourself like all that. Yes, you're all that, okay? Have the audacity that people would look at you and think that, like, who dashed you audacity? Like, who gave you that audacity? And that's because you know who you are and you're proud of yourself and you love yourself completely. So when you love yourself completely, that even makes it easier for anybody else to come in. You can easily love other people because you love yourself, you know yourself. Self-love is not even the only thing we're talking about here, but I think that's the foundation of everything. Because if you love yourself enough, you're just not going to sell yourself cheap or, just sleep around or just behave in a very crazy way, if that makes any sense. So, and then if you love yourself, you're definitely not going to put yourself in some kind of situations because you love yourself enough, you respect yourself enough, and you know when to withdraw, you know when to not be in a situation, you know when to pull out of something, you know when to not take disrespect. That's because you love yourself, you know who you are, and that's very important. So now, another thing I'm going to talk about is lack of discipline. So if you are somebody that you just go with the flow, you just do whatever and however, and you don't have self-discipline, you're really going to put yourself through a lot. Because I feel like sometimes, when people are using themselves, not to talk down on anybody, but for example, people that goes to farm, that are farming under the sun, hot sun, when sun is scorching on you, beating you badly, it tells on your skin in a way, if you get what I mean. Like, it tells on your skin. That can actually kind of like make you age faster than people that would maybe be under the AC all the time. For example, this is just me citing an example. I'm not trying to say that should be that way, but like, yeah. So now, however you use yourself, you're going to see the results like at old age. Okay, so now, if you discipline yourself, you're not going to put yourself in unnecessary situations or unnecessary rooms or places that you're not supposed to be. Of course, things happen sometimes, like sometimes things don't go as planned, but at the same time, if you can just have self-discipline, you're not going to put your vagina through some crazy ass shit. Because, I mean, even the Bible says your body is the temple of God. I'm not trying to go all Christianic right now, but at the same time, I feel like if you by yourself see yourself like you're worthy, like myself, I cannot put myself through that kind of situation, then you know when to be disciplined, you know when not to put yourself in certain situations, you know, like, because do you know what our vagina is? Our vagina brings life. Like, you know, you can see a child that is spoiled and you be like, that child came out of somebody's vagina. I don't know if this is like explanatory enough, but like, you know, vagina is what produces human, like all of us. We came out from somebody's vagina and that was somebody's decision to birth us, to bring us to life, you know, and everything. So you really need to discipline your vagina. Another thing I'm going to talk about is that don't think with your vagina. So now some people now, they're just like, oh, as I don't have money, let me just go and work with my vagina. I don't know. I'm not trying to judge anybody. I mean, to each his own. But at the same time, if you're thinking with your vagina, it's going to cost you a lot, because that would make you, you know, do things that you might not want to do. Because when you're doing something wrong, you know deep down, you are aware, like something is telling you that I'm not supposed to be doing this. But I mean, sometimes, you know, you can there's always that intuition, like you always know, but sometimes just be like, oh, I don't care. I don't like, let me just go and do this. I'm going to get that. But if you already like work on yourself or do something, have something doing, or yeah, you're not thinking with your vagina. Your vagina is like a currency that, or I don't know, something you have to sell to get money back, or I don't know how to put that. But like, yeah, use your head. It's just like when people are, when a woman is going through like heartbreak, or like a man is like treating a woman badly, and people are like, don't think with your heart, think with your head. Like, think with your head, not your vagina. To be honest, I feel like that word alone is a lot. So wake up now. Wake up and stop thinking with your vagina, okay? Another thing is that if you're very intentional about your vagina, you definitely are like very picky. You know, you already take care of yourself, you nurture yourself, you give yourself like, you know, all the treatments, you're clean, you're good down there. You are very intentional. You don't just want anybody to just stick anything inside that area, okay? So like, yeah, if you're being very intentional and yeah, you really do think that, okay, this is a part of my body that I don't want to give out in any stupid way or any annoying way. And that alone can already, you know, set your mind, you know, put your head in a place that you know that, okay, this is what it is. I mean, nobody's perfect, but at the same time, you know, we all have like our decisions to make, okay? Everything is in your hands. How you want to go about something, what you want to do, how you're going to go about it, it's all up to you. So whatever you decide is still up to you. Because sometimes some people go laying around with different demons. Okay, I know how it is when people be like, oh, sex is very random. Oh, sex is just this, sex is just that. I know that we might see it that way, okay? But at the same time, you don't know the baggage that somebody's carrying, and you go sleep with them, and you begin, because sometimes in life, like I feel like celibacy is going to open a lot of people's eyes sometimes, because if you're like somebody that sleeps around, like, you know, you do a lot of things and all of that, but if you now become celibate for a while and look at your life differently, that's if you're celibate, that you're not thinking with your vagina, you're thinking with your brain, you know, maybe you're working, you're doing something for yourself, you begin to see that there's because sometimes in life, you might just be in a situation, you might just have a problem, you might just have some, and you just be wondering, like, where did this come from? You really cannot tell what the demons people are fighting or what is tormenting other people that are going to contact from them. I know this is a little bit spiritual. I mean, I know some people are not very spiritual, but like, these things happen. To be honest, things really happen. Like, you'll be shocked and surprised, like how you just carry another person's problem or take part of it. This is not a joke, for real. Like, we need to be very mindful of like things we do, people we lay with, you know. Yeah, it's very important. We're very mindful, to be honest. So now, also, I'm gonna say, don't take disrespect for like decisions you make with your vagina. Because, for example, now some people are in a relationship because that man is doing everything for them. They cannot leave. Their VJ is like the currency that they have, you know. The man does everything for them. So they're taking so much disrespect from him. I don't mean, because some men are going to love you. They don't want you to work. It depends on what your vibe is, to be honest. But at the same time, just imagine that you're in a toxic relationship, or you are with a violent man and you're just sticking your head in that relationship because you have to keep having sex with him. You have to keep, you know, holding on to the relationship because you don't have any other thing to fall back at. And this is where, you know, as a woman, having something that you do for yourself too comes in. Because if you're not like entirely jobless or you don't have anything you're doing, there's no way on earth that somebody is only, anyway, some people like love their abusers and everything, and some people are like really brainwashed, and some people like are even toxic themselves, so they enjoy it. But like for right-minded people that knows that, oh, this is not supposed to be like this, you know, and are not thinking with their vagina, would definitely know that, okay, exit time. You know when to walk out of a situation, you know when to walk out of a scene if you're being disrespected. And also putting this out there, I know some people, some of us, like, you know, girls growing up as teenagers were violated, and then, you know, some people get violated and then they just feel like, okay, let me begin to sleep around. This has already happened. The worst has happened. Let me just stick with it. Let me live with it. I know it can be really, really painful. It can be hurting, but I would urge you to please heal and move past it, because people that violated you, like all of these men that are rapists and everything, it is very, very sad that in a society like ours, they're moving around freely. Well, you are there, you know, you're traumatized, you're in pain. Some people have actually even, you know, turned themselves into something else, you know, sluts and everything, just because of what they've gone through. But I want to say this, you are not what you've gone through, okay? What you've gone through is a part of your story. Some chapters are meant to be closed, some are opened. It depends on how you want to like take that. But I'm gonna say this, like, this is just to not discard or, you know, act insensitive to people that were actually violated, and then maybe their story for sleeping around or doing whatever started from there. But I'm gonna put this out there. Try your best to please heal. It is painful, it is traumatizing, it is crazy, you know, it is very hard to go through some things, but at the same time, you can be a better person, you can change. You can, you know, things can turn around for you, and, you know, it just depends on you. You have to want to make that decision. Nobody can help change you but you. So it's all in your hands, and yeah. So in general, I just thought to put this out there. You know, a vagina is a very great thing. It is beyond physical, okay? So nurture your vagina, treat her well, you know, do so much more for her, you know, leave her clean. If she needs to be treated, treat her, help, do what you have to do. But at the same time, just try to not think with your vagina. Also, know at the back of your mind that everything, some things are beyond like physical eye. So yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you for stopping by for this pep talk that we just had. And yeah. Once again, it's your favorite girl, Modella, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.